On tonight's episode, we talk about the Beekeeper.
And other pop culture news from the week.
We just saw the new Jason Statham, David Ayer, I think that's how I pronounce his name, movie called The Beekeeper. And it's a keeper. It's a very action-packed, fun, interesting movie. It has really good elements of a really good time, and is bold in some aspects. Some things they do, like for instance, there's a certain not gonna spoil, but there's some certain character. It's an action movie that a lot of people die, period.
Yeah.
But there's a certain character that dies that I thought it would be more, how can I say, the death wouldn't be as simple as it looked. And it was, so it was. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk more about that to spoil. But the movie also had Felicia Rashad, Jeremy Irons, Josh Hutcherson, and some other talented people. Action-packed, well done, well edited, well produced, fast-paced, and I don't know how long it was, but there was no idle.
It never dragged or anything.
Yeah, there was no idle moment. And it's the type of movie. It's like what they call revenge porn, right?
No, revenge porn is actually a very specific type of porn.
How do because when they like cooking shows, it's like food porn, right?
Yeah.
So revenge porn would be.
Revenge porn is when you like post the.
Not me.
Right. When someone posts like shares publicly the intimate photos that were given to them by the other person.
So it's not revenge porn.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like a revenge movie, and if you like a revenge movie, this one is for you, because there's bad guys, they really bad, and there's a good guy. They're gonna seek revenge, retribution, justice against these people, and he does in beautiful ways.
Beautiful is a word you could use.
Yes.
For it, I would say like it very violent, but in ways that are very entertaining.
You're saying those bad guys didn't deserve it?
No, not at all. I'm just saying I don't know if beautiful is the word I would use to describe it. But we kind of already this is a Jason Statham movie that lives up to Jason Statham movies, like great action. He's kind of plays the same character all the time. This one, so like seeing the trailers, like, okay, like something bad is going to happen.
The honorable hero, the revenge, the weak there were.
There was nothing pejorative about what I just said. I feel like Jason Statham has a brand. He's very good at it, and I enjoy it. And so really all you have to say is like, hey, Jason Statham action movie. I'm like, cool beans, I'll be there.
Yeah.
This one lives up to it, but like there's some really cool like story and plot going on behind it that makes this one like really worth watching and entertaining, compelling, and even like it has like some like emotion, some depth to it, and really plays into the current zeitgeist of like dissatisfaction, disillusionment with authority and the government and everything, and this sort of fantasy of someone just coming to kick some butts, knock some heads, and clean things up. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's a sort of a taking justice. To how his expression goes.
So you have to choose between law and justice.
Yeah, and it's like taking justice with your own hands.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's totally justified because the law failed, and it's failing big time. And he's like, fine, I'll take care of the beehive. And it's very interesting word building. The whole Beekeeper, Beehive, and very, very. I saw in the trailer. I thought I was like, this could be interesting. And the final product is really well done. Again, full of intense action, really cool, crazy stunts. Like Jason Statham at his best, because he always does that. But on this one, they really use the filmmakers, the producers, and he is part of the team. They really use his skills to a very high level of entertainment and storytelling, and it was cool. It was adorable. Yeah.
Adorable in the sense that it is, you are able to adore it. Yes,
sure.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
Rated R. For sure.
Is it rated R? I thought it was so light and cute. I thought it was PG-13. Yeah.
But if you're into action movies, this is definitely worth watching.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, and this lives up, like we already said, lives up to everything you would expect from Jason Statham. Maybe even a little more. The FBI agent, have we seen her before? I feel like I remember her.
If we did, she changed. I don't know, maybe long hair. Maybe she had long hair, less weight.
Yeah.
From the top of my head, I don't remember her name.
Either way, whoever she is, I can't remember seeing her before, but she's also, I thought she was a really good character and a good addition, and kind of plays off this whole law versus justice thing. The world building was fantastic. Lots of great super secret spy stuff. They could definitely do more from here. Another one with him, another one with a different beekeeper. If they wanted, they don't have to. It ended nicely, but I wouldn't be mad if a sequel or an anthology sort of situation were announced.
She was in Umbrella Academy. She's Allison.
Oh, yes.
Well, Allison is the singer, is she?
Yeah, so you were right. We have seen her before, but she had long hair.
Oh, and it looks very different. Yeah, the long hair changes her completely.
Okay, what was her name?
Allison. Emmy Raker-Lampman.
Emmy Raver-Lampman. Well, she was fantastic. Big fan. Okay. It was a good role for her. I like her character.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I guess she's a good actress because
I
could not recognize her. I messed this up. We follow here. Okay. Anything else?
No, you don't want to spoil it. Just go see it. It was fun.
Yeah, very intense for the family. I mean,
adults. Yes. When you say it's for the family, it's like, bring the kids. And this one's like, no, bring the kids.
No, kids 18 or older.
Yeah.
16, right? Or 16? 17. It's funny, it's fun. The bad guys are bad, the good guys are good, and willing to get their hands dirty, for the common sake, for the common, for the good of
the hive.
The hive. It was cool. And we're not gonna spoil anything, so I guess we're gonna
we'll leave it at that.
Directed by David Ayer. There was this week, and it was in the past weeks, talking about his relationship with DC and how the fans are claiming for the David Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad, because Warner botched it, and he supported the fans. It's like, I want to do it. Until finally, DC Warner is not willing to do it. In a couple weeks ago, he said that I'm done with that. I really wanted to do it, but I'm done. That's it. And then I think maybe the same day, but maybe the next day, he came to explain that he's done with that whole mess, but he's not done with DC. He loves DC. The characters are very important for him, for his formation. It mentions how Superman represents, all the good in all of us, and how Batman is super smart, and anyway, so he clarified that, and he also mentioned that if he's he said that he was done, but also poked a little bit. He said if his cut was was alive, was out, it would be probably one of the best superhero comic books, movies out there. But again,
bold statement. But for some of the like rumors we've heard about what was in that first version, like I would have liked that.
Yeah, but the Warner decisions are clearly not the best. We know that from what they did to the Flash, and they did to the Black Adam, and they kicked Cavill out. They brought Cavill back, and they kicked Cavill out. And probably one of the worst decisions they made. They brought James Gunn, and of course butchering the Suicide Squad, and also shelling, putting on the shelving the Batgirl movie.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that now.
The directors of the Batgirl movie
I was
also.
so excited about it, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna scrap it, and I thought, oh man, it must have been terrible. But now I'm thinking, I don't think it was terrible.
I don't know. I think it could be really really bad.
But it could have been really good.
Because I mean, the directors came out this past week too, saying that Brendan Fraser would win an Oscar for his portrayal.
I'm wondering about they were getting Brendan Fraser like the height of his renaissance, like, and they had Michael Keaton. Like, it couldn't have been that bad.
I don't know. I mean, right out of the gate, it's a visual medium, and they cast someone that looks nothing like Barbara, and. Well, yeah, that's the past. We might never see it, and it doesn't really matter. But since we're talking about the messes that DC Warner is making, then we have more movies to talk about. We have a whole other movie.
Do you want to finish this tangent, or do you want to come back to it?
Let's talk about the other movie.
Okay, so the other movie we saw is called The Burial, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Jamie Foxx. Yes. Thank you. Oh man,
yeah. Another really good movie. Available on Amazon Prime.
Journey, is it Journey Smollett? Is that her name?
The brother was Jussie.
Yeah.
I think this is Journey.
I think it's Journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Also the guy that's Cameron on Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he's on Succession, but I can't remember his name.
He has a name, but to me he'll always be Cam.
I think it's Alan Ruck.
No, it's Cam.
Yeah. Anyways. Another really good movie, like The Beekeeper, based on a true story.
No, wait, what?
No, The Beekeeper is not based on a true story. Oh, is it? Anyways, this is available on Amazon Prime as an Amazon Prime movie, and it's. I mean, when the movie first came out, there's the poster. I think it's a terrible poster. The poster is Jamie Foxx doing like this, and I think there's Tommy Lee Jones on the side, and The Burial. Not knowing absolutely anything about the movie, it was like, I don't know. Tommy Lee Jones has that Tommy Lee Jones face, or grumpy old, or he was always grumpy even when he wasn't old.
I feel like he's a little. He reminds me of Clint Eastwood in that sense, and like, he's a very good actor. But there's really only like 2 or 3 facial expressions. Maybe 4. But most of the time it's like.
Yeah, and Jamie Foxx like sort of like pointing aggressively type of, and I was like, yeah. So we didn't watch right away because of that. But I saved on the list. It's like, when we have a chance, you're gonna see this movie. I mean, it might have some interesting. The poster says based on a true story, but it was completely different than the poster. Transparent to me. It was. I thought it was a battle between the 2 main characters on the poster. You know, Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones. I thought it was, I don't know, maybe some politics, maybe some lawyer case. It was a lawyer case, but it was much different story. Of again the poster. I mean, what I read from the poster was like, no, later, but it turned out to be very different than what I thought by seeing the poster, and it turned out to be a very entertaining movie, a very heartful,
compelling story,
heartful movie, and with again clear bad guys, clear good guys. They change some elements to dramatize more, but overall,
this often happens in true stories. Like some things get condensed, some things get like amped up a little bit. Characters maybe interact who never actually interacted in real life. There's a little bit of that, but just to be expected. Take it with a grain of salt.
But a story of smart bad people that take advantage of good people. But it turns out that this time the good people that they took advantage were smart, if not smarter than them. Then they go to court, and is a court procedural movie. But very, very good ones, very good performances of Jamie Foxx, and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. It is based on a true story, but not a widely known one. I would say I'd never heard of the case or any of these people before. But it's really compelling. It's entertaining, satisfying. It is very procedural. It's a litigation. There's a lot of legal jargon, but they're great characters. And Jamie Foxx alone, like, I loved what he did. He was so interesting and captivating. And it's kind of it's a David and Goliath story, even though by this point in his career, Jamie Foxx is kind of a Goliath himself. Anyway, I highly recommend it. It was, well worth watching.
Yeah. Yeah, well, The Burial, excellent movie. You should watch. It's on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime Video. It's good. You should see another MGM movie. The Beekeeper.
That's right.
Was MGM.
Amazon MGM.
And so as The Burial. That I don't think it had a theater release. It might have some. Amazon does a special release. They give tickets away for the subscribers to go watch at the theaters. But I think that was sometime last year during the holidays. And the holidays we saw so many other things, and we had so many other things to see that we're still seeing it.
Yeah.
So we didn't see it, but I saved it. I'm glad I saved it because it was good. It was some fun movie.
Okay. All right, now let's get into our other pop culture news. Minx was canceled again at Stars.
Minx, it was this HBO show, HBO Max, whatever. And I think I had the season there, and it was canceled. But it was they trying to find another home for it, so they shop all the companies, and Stars picked it up. But Stars decided not to make a third season, so the show is canceled again. And this time, most likely, indefinitely.
That's what it sounds like. The Good Doctor is ending at ABC with its 7th season.
7 seasons, good show. We have to go back. We stayed behind a while ago. Let's see. But is a doctor? What's it called?
Medical drama.
A medical drama. This one with an extra element of the doctor being autistic. Is that what they call?
Yes.
And he has his own challenges, and that affects the life of everybody around him. It's very interesting, very good performances. And of course, being from the same, I can't remember his name, but being from the same creative house, the guy's clearly a big Sherlock Holmes fan. There's always the Sherlock Holmes elements. The doctor's like, I know how to fix it, and then he fixes it, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's
Wasn't this one adapted from a Korean drama?
Exactly. Yeah.
So even though it's coming from other source material, it does very much follow the house formula.
Oh yeah.
So I do not recommend binge watching it, because if you watch more than 2 episodes in a row, it starts getting very like clockwork. Yeah. That said, Freddie Highmore, the kid's brilliant.
Yeah. But I assume in the Korea drama, it's very Korea drama,
very dramatic.
Yeah, I mean, the romances and the dramas. I assume it's less medical than, I don't know. I never seen.
Yeah, I
maybe
have no idea.
maybe I'm wrong, but Good Doctor is good. You should watch it. We watched first, second season.
Watched a couple seasons. Yeah.
We pretend to go back to it. They I think they tried a spin-off But
Really?
I don't think they shot a pilot, but I think that nobody bought it. I think it was The Good Lawyer or something like that. It feels like pushing, you know. It's I don't know, maybe a couple of years after this show, and you do something similar. But right away, you have a autistic. Nothing against autistic people. I'm pretty sure they're very capable. But you have an autistic doctor. Now I have an autistic lawyer. Next, an autistic fireman. It feels like the Chicago shows. Like you have Chicago Fire and the Chicago Hospital, Chicago PD.
Yeah.
All Law and Order. They have like 16 Law and Orders, which is basically the same show with a little bit different characters. And the drama is similar. So I think in this case it would be the same. But it didn't work. So no worries.
Yep. Well, speaking of the crime ones, NCIS Origins, it's a prequel series for Gibbs.
Oh, that's NCIS is not crime. It's science.
No, that's CSI.
Wait, isn't the CEO an NCIS science?
It's the Naval Criminal Investigations or whatever.
I was fooled.
It's the naval one. You were fooled.
Ah.
I'm sorry. No, it is a crime procedural, and it's like the Navy and the Marine Corps. It's like military. Anyway, so it is, and there are several. I can't even remember all of them.
Oh,
there's a bunch of NCISs.
There's one that was actually a hit. I guess it's the starvation for content. There's one that's what New Zealand. That's on Paramount. Yeah, that premiered, of course, there, and then premiered here, and people it's doing really good numbers.
Okay, good
I
for
think
them.
it's New Zealand,
NCIS
Australia.
has been very popular, so you throw in those Kiwi accents, that's a winning formula. Anyway, this is a prequel series, like an origin story, I guess, for Jethro Gibbs. The beloved
Sydney.
Oh, okay.
And then they have Hawaii, Los Angeles, New Orleans, Ibiza. No, that's a short. That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Ducky's
I
World.
believe
That's
it's
another joke.
Ibiza.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, they got the series has an order at CBS. So
but Gibbs, yeah,
there's more coming.
Young Gibbs. Interesting. Yeah. I wonder who they're gonna cast.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon cannot do it because he's old Gibbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe they're gonna
he's locked in there.
Barry Gibbs. And the Barry Gibbs daughter.
Solving those naval crimes. Yeah. Wow, that was.
Some of you are
that was a high point for us.
Some of you are probably way too young to understand this reference. A joke, but if you want to know,
sorry, 'cause it's
Google Barry Gibb talk show. You're gonna like it.
You won't regret it. Okay, something else you won't regret is another season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
The last one. The Swan Song. It's Swan Song, right? The last one? Yeah, the Swan Song.
Yeah.
The apex and the sunset. The twilight is sunset?
Yeah.
The twilight of LD and CYB. And he's coming with full force. And the trailer looks hilarious.
It does look. It's pretty.
And
pretty,
I would not mind. It's not the first time they end the show. I mean, it is the first time they end the show, but I think it was season 7. It was like back-to-back seasons, right?
Yeah.
And then between 7 and 8, it took an unusual amount of time. I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. And HBO, when asked about it, he says like, as long as Larry wants to do it, we will do it. We're not done.
Yeah.
And then they did one more and one more and one more. We can always hope that this scene is the last, but it's not because Larry's really good.
He's really funny, and as we were watching the trailer, I've realized like it's just the journey he's taken us on. I remember watching the first few seasons very early in our marriage, and thinking like, oh my gosh, this guy's the worst. Larry is so terrible. Watching this trailer, I don't know if I'm become old, jaded. Is this something the pandemic did to me? I don't know. But at this point, I'm like, yeah, no, you go, Larry.
Yeah, no, stick
it to these morons. I love him.
He's never was a bad person. He's one of the good ones. And there's a line on the trailer that summarizes everything. It's like, I hate people, but I manage really well to be among them.
Yeah. Oh, Larry, we'll miss you.
Anyways,
such a good show. So
on HBO Max sometime February, okay. I think.
That sounds right. Well, it's coming eventually, and it's going to be a blast.
I mean, if you while you wait, you can rewatch the because it's good.
Yeah.
I hate when my
That's
phone
very
does
fun.
this. I click on it. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
obey me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but once Apple allow me to. Oh no.
Well, while he's looking that up, White Lotus Season 3 has announced some casting decisions that are quite intriguing. Parker Posey, Jason Isaacs, we could just stop right there. But it keeps going.
February 4th.
Okay.
The last of his kind.
Yeah. He truly is a individual. Anyway, Parker Posey, Jason Isaacs, Michelle Monaghan, and Carrie Coon are joining the cast for White Lotus Season 3.
Yeah, we have a bunch of talented, good-looking people there going to a vacation on a place where something sordid gonna happen. Most like someone's gonna die.
Yep.
If we look, I mean,
will we know who?
Maybe it's gonna be more than one. Maybe it's gonna be like one, then one, then one. Maybe not. They would change the show formula too much. But we'll see.
Maybe this time it's the staff and not the guests.
But that's the thing. Nobody cares. No, nobody cares about the staff. These people are rich. Someone dies, they take it and cover it up. I don't think it's it's a whole
it wouldn't have the same allure.
And the thing is about these people. They go on a vacation and they die. So is the risk, is the absurdity of something, So if one of the staff dies, they will like move them out of the way. I don't think they would just move it out of the way and cover up like it happens in real life. Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Oh well. Where are we going with that? Oh, okay. American Born in Chinese. This is a Disney Plus series. Didn't make it past its first season. It's canceled.
Yeah, it's another one of the Disney fails. It's when you make things that people don't want it, people don't watch it, they fail.
But fear not, for in May, Jerry Seinfeld is bringing us a new animated feature called Unfrosted, a Pop-Tart story.
Yes.
So it's from the same mind that brought us a Bee movie.
That was fun.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was very funny. Very different for his repertoire, and also very different than what's being made out there.
Yeah. So what's happening with the Pop-Tart story? I have no idea. We'll watch it.
It will pop.
Will it? I don't know. What are you doing?
Okay.
This is the other.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Layoffs. So many layoffs this week. Twitch, Amazon, more Amazon, NBC. There's a lot of people getting laid off and things consolidating.
It's they're gonna have to pay for the strike, right? People from the strike.
Oh.
The deals made after the strike, the SAG and WGA. Also, the economy is not improving, contrary to what the old cadaver in chief saying. So the industry is, and people are not going to the movies, not as much to justify that, and the increasing prices of streaming and people leaving. So they have to find alternatives to keep the companies going. So laying off a lot of people in many sectors of many companies.
But not all is darkness and woe. Warner Brothers and Tom Cruise have a new deal. Yeah,
deal for original and franchise productions. So that's WB is kind of constantly failing. So to have Tom Cruise there, that might be a good sign to help them get some success. Even though they got Barbie last year, which was a big success.
It was.
But it was a phenomenon not only for Warner Brothers, but for the industry as well.
Fair enough. What's going on with Sony Spider-Man?
Sony Spider-Man. Okay, this is a funny and kind of ridiculous thing that happened. So the game, the Game Awards has the Game of the Year award, and the Sony Spider-Man was nominated for 7 categories, something like that. It won absolutely nothing.
That's right.
I think Baldur's Gate won the Game of the Year. But a little bit after that, Sony decided to award themselves, and created this thing called Game of the Year or Best Game of 2024, something like that. And they gave to their own game to Spider-Man.
Huh.
And it's a became source of memes and jokes out there. I was like
the Employee of the Month award.
Yeah, but it's like the boss giving to himself. So
yes.
Sony gave to the
yes. Okay. Well.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
Good for them. Good for them.
If they
guys.
at least had made a good game, as good as the first one, or even better, but they decided to pander for the wokes and doing stuff like putting an ugly Mary Jane. That granted, besides the fact that they did that and it's not her fault, she was complaining about being harassed for fans or whatever. Not fans, you can call it fans. Yeah. But again, not her fault. She was paid to do a job and she did. But anyway, so Sony doing this like sort of ridiculous, funny, rewarding themselves like the Blues.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I think I mentioned that in the last episode too. This is very much the Blues giving themselves a Family of the Year award.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, bless our hearts. Bless our hearts. Okay, well, more drama in the superhero universe. Now going over to DC. Apparently, WB is considering a new deal before James Gunn's even really.
Yeah, it is Paramount. There's rumors that Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers or even merge with Warner Brothers Discovery. And if that happens, they have a new daddy, they have a new big boss, and they might say, no.
Yeah.
Bring Snyder back and Cavill, who knows? But there's this risk that the new DC might not see the light of day, or might see the light of day and end up having short living. But again, it's all in the speculation realm. Okay. Another one in the speculation realm, but that would cause damage not only to the person but to the DC universe as it rises, is that James Gunn has been rumored, heavy rumors, or first of all, years ago he did the whole pedophilia joke that cost his job at Marvel, Disney. He was fired.
They hired him back.
Yeah, until they hired him back. Because, it's like Jim Gaffigan said, it's like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Anyways, so there's and not only that, he has pictures and was involved. One of his good friends was a known pedophile, like arrested and everything. So Yeesh. Yeah. Anyway, so there's rumors resurfacing that James Gunn rode in the Lolita plane, which is the plane that took people to the Epstein Island.
Oh, man.
So he's been done that several times. Yeah. So that would cause problems, of course, to him and to DC, Warner Brothers, that we would assume would cut ties with them. But again, after what happened to Ezra Miller, they might not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But, okay, so let's look at some other, maybe more, like, positive, interesting rumors coming from DC. So, apparently, in the next year, I don't know, sometime in the next unit of time, a few actresses are going to do screen tests for Supergirl. And these are actresses we've seen before. Millie Alcock, who is the young Rhaenyra Targaryen in House of the Dragon. Amelia Jones, who I think the last big thing she did was Coda.
Oh, that's a girl from Coda?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I like her.
And Meg Donnelly, who was
zombie girl.
Yes. Oh. She was the teenage daughter in American Housewife, but her real great contribution to society is the star
Zombie High.
What's her name? Addison? In
American Housewife?
In Zombies.
Oh, no. She was an American Housewife.
She was an American Housewife, but she's the human cheerleader. Nope, she's an alien cheerleader who dates
Spoiler!
zombie.
People didn't know.
They've had time. They had an entire pandemic to catch up on those movies, which are actually super fun, and I could do a whole little spiel on them, but I won't.
She wasn't a prequel for the Supernatural.
That's right.
She was the one of the. I think the show was called Winchesters.
Yeah.
She was there, but the show was short lived, only a season or two.
Anyway, so
but some good names.
Yeah. Young women with lots of
as long as they
experience.
give any of them, most especially the girl from Coda, who's not blonde, but they give them blonde hair.
Yeah.
Because Supergirl is blonde. And,
it's true.
Yeah, come on.
It's true. And I feel like these all go in different directions.
There's also rumors about Emily, I can't remember, the girl from Riverdale, the blonde one. She was
I don't remember.
I don't know if she's gonna do actually screen test, but yeah, we'll see. If anything, they three, all of those three, they are girls.
Yes.
Which is good. I'm not even joking because these days.
They've been pretty super in the things we've seen.
Sure, yeah.
I think Amelia Jones would be my pick, just based on what limited stuff we've seen all these girls in. I think Amelia Jones would be my pick as far as someone who's like pluggy, strong character. I don't know. Yeah. Because Meg Donnelly, we've really only seen her as like very cheerful, like I don't know. Maybe
with the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad about any of them, but Amelia Jones is the one I'd really like to see, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's that.
Yeah. We'll see. We come back for more with more as it develops.
Yeah. Okay. Other things coming or getting canceled. Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are coming back together for a 28 Days Later sequel.
Yeah.
So is it 28 more days later?
No, the original is 28 days with Sandra Bullock. No, that's a different movie.
Yep, that's.
But there's the original is 20 days late. 20 day. No, the Sandra Bullock is 28 days.
Yeah.
So 28 days later is the zombie cult classic. I think Cillian Murphy.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah, and then there's the sequel is called 28 Weeks Later. This one I don't know if it's gonna be 28 months later. Yeah, but both were very interesting, very very cool. It's nice to see that Boyle and Garland, they're big names. They do terrific stuff. It's good to see. They want to try to develop that. That would be cool.
The Game of Thrones creators shared some little tidbits about a Star Wars project they were working on that got scrapped. What were those tidbits?
It would be the origins of the Jedi Order, so the first Jedi, and it's interesting because Disney kicked them out, but they sort of kept the idea because James Mangold, his movie, is rumored to be about that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of Disney using people and discarding them, like, yeah.
I will say I'm more hopeful about this than like the sequel trilogies.
Oh jeez, no.
I feel like there's more room here for like good stuff that's not gonna like wreck everything we've loved. Okay, we'll see. Seth MacFarlane says the Orville isn't canceled and that there is no official death certificate.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good because the first season was okay. The second season was like,
yeah.
And it's not as popular as Family Guy. Family Guy, the fans saved the show back in the day. They all bought DVDs, home videos, and the executives say, hey, there's life in there. So they brought back. And again, when Brian died, the fans got together and rose to the occasion and protested, and they brought Brian back.
Yeah.
And but for the Orville, I don't know.
I feel like I really loved the first season, and it was so fun as a lifelong Star Trek fan because it was clearly like Seth MacFarlane's fan fiction with Seth MacFarlane's like irreverent humor thrown in. It was kind of like Galaxy Quest for broadcast TV. Like it was really fun, and it felt like there wasn't really anything else like it. And then he lost the comedy and started taking it all very seriously. Yeah. And then it just felt like a ripoff of Star Trek.
Yes.
Which I'd rather just watch Star Trek.
And pandering for woke stuff. And to be honest, I didn't think it was as funny. Even when it was funny, I don't think it was his brand of funny. For instance, we just saw Ted, the first episode of the show,
including several cast members from the Orville.
Exactly, and so it's Family Guy. As a matter of fact, the soundtrack is straight out of, and quite funny, very very Mark Fallen. There's this scatologic and butt and fart and penis jokes.
If there's a boundary, he leaps across it.
Very, very funny. So it's promising, considering the movie. So it follows the brand established in the movie. But Orville, I never thought it was very very modest. You know, there was jokes, but I don't think it was like the jokes he used to.
It was definitely toned down a little bit.
It felt like,
but I feel like it worked.
If it works, I'm not saying it didn't work. I'm just saying that it felt like he always wanted to do the more serious, brainy, pandering, liberal show he did on the following seasons, but he threw jokes there, just like, you know. I was like, it's a Seth MacFarlane show. People would expect that. So I'm gonna put a joke here, but it was a joke. I was like, haha, you know, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So it's fine with me, death certificate or no, if we can just move on from that. Julia.
Meanwhile, Ted is available on what? Peacock.
I think so.
Peacock.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Don't quote us on that.
What's the Paramount? Peacock. Peacock. What says Peacock? If it's not, write us.
Okay. Max canceled Julia after 2 seasons.
Yeah, the series about Julia Stiles.
Nope.
Julia Child.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently a new Star Trek movie is coming from Bad Robot. This is from the director of Andor. This could be interesting.
One of the directors of Andor. So that might not ring a lot of bells. Since it was a TV show with different collaborators. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I really liked the first Abrams Star Trek movie, but I feel like
I think the second one works too.
I would disagree. It was a good movie. I think
the third one.
But I think he should have moved away from already established, because like the first one he did is like, hey, new timeline, and then right after that he goes and like rehashes the second Star Trek movie.
Yeah, but
I feel like that was a mistake. It was fine, but like The Wrath of Khan is probably one of the best Star Trek movies, and just a really good movie all on its own. Like, why redo that?
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't redo it.
When he could have.
He didn't redo it. It's like this. Yeah, but his Khan was.
He redid the whole.
Was not Khan until the end.
Well, we didn't know he was Khan until the end.
No, we knew. As a matter of fact, everybody, is he Khan? Is he Khan? Said, no, it's not Khan. He lied.
He was totally Khan. Yeah, and they even like redid like the most like poignant scene with like Kirk and Spock and the dying and the like. That was and the Khan yell like, I love JJ. But I feel like that was a lost opportunity, and so then the third one was
the third one they went to some very different, and I thought it was like I don't know.
Yeah, so anyways. I'm curious about a new one. All right, let's wrap this up with just a real interesting little bit of news. Our favorite Lord of the Rings adaptation.
If you thought that Amazon's Rings of Power was bad, hold on, it can get worse.
It can get worse. Apparently, they've got Taylor Swift doing an original song for the season 2 intros. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I love Taylor Swift. I have a lot of respect for her and what she's accomplished as a musician and as a businesswoman. But just no! And I get that Enya and Annie Lennox did music for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but that was Enya and Annie Lennox. And not Taylor Swift. It's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's all wrong.
And especially considering that the themes of the show was a love, uncorresponded love between Galadriel and Sauron. So Taylor Swift's gonna sing about that. It's like, he loved me, but he's a dark lord. I'm a lady of the light. That's not gonna happen, and I'm so sad.
It's just like her whole style is so not Lord of the Rings. Even like her more folk stuff, like Evermore, like it's just.
Yeah, but wherever she goes, everybody watches. So I guess that's Amazon's strategy.
It's true. She actually somehow managed to make the NFL more popular. So it can't hurt. It can't hurt. Rings of Power is already terrible.
Yeah. Well, the NFL and she calls it the Golden Globes, and also there's rumors, which is almost true, that she's gonna be on Deadpool. Now everybody's trying to take a piece of Tete to make some money out of it. Anyways, what else?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I thought that was a great ending note.
I guess that's it.
Can't top that.
That's it for this week. Then we come back next week for more Pop Culture Entertainment. May the Force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.